So, okay, here we are. We're back. I don't know if it's working.
No, not me.
Gotta wait for it to come
I don't
up.
see nothing.
Okay, now we should be back up. Yes, here. Okay,
Mine's slower, so
Okay.
it's not going to come up yet.
all right. Jeez. Okay. You back up? You on?
I'm looking.
No, according to
Oh,
me,
we're
not.
back up. We're back up.
Yeah, but mine's slow, so.
You have to refresh yours. So, there you are. All right.
Yes. Well, I know that's the beginning of it.
Well, yeah, we lost it because Trish lost her ball. And then when we found the ball ended up turning the system off. So now the ball's back, and we're all back and running. So, all right. I think we lost my sister and everybody else that was listening.
No, Tina said lost you guys for a little. Okay. Yeah. So you didn't lose your sister. You lost everybody else. So we must have missed Billy Joel. That's good. You know, I love that. We missed Billy Joel.
What?
You know, Jesse Joe.
No, Jesse Joe.
All right, now where were we? Okay,
You were doing the
whale.
movies
Yeah,
when
so
I
we're
came
done with
back
the
down
movies.
and the ball dropped.
All right, so we're done with the movies. Oh, come on, what's wrong with? We lost the freaking feed again. Yeah, there we are again. Okay, all right, we're back. Ugh, it's gonna be one of them days. All right. So, all right, next thing is the entertainment section. All right, here we go. Ah, yes. Okay, so Courtney, you're looking at the wrong one. That's the replay. If you refresh the thing. So, actually I need to refresh to, I need to give this to, let's see. Okay, now I need to tell them. Oh, why isn't it working? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. All right, now let's see. New link. All right, now we're okay. I think we're running again. Everything's running, everything's red like it should be. And we got all three of us. So, all right, now we can play. We can go back to business as usual. All right. What did I do? Push this and that. I lost my stories. Where are my stories? There we are. Okay. Kim Kardashian's back in the, or not Kourtney Kardashian's back in the news. And why is she back in the news? Because she had a near naked dress she was wearing. This is really a strange.
Did I send you that?
No, I found this.
Okay, I saw it, but I was like, I don't know if it'd be
Yeah, I was
interesting.
thinking about, I went back and forth in my head, and I didn't know if it was something that anybody would care about.
That's what I
but,
was thinking, and I'm thinking, okay.
But did you see this? Did you see this dress?
Yeah, I've seen it.
This dress is crazy.
Star took to Instagram on January 26th to show off her Balmain dress, captioning the post, quote, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again."
It's
The
crazy.
dress, however, is more than your typical gown. The Balmain dress is made to
I don't
look like
think-
a
I don't know if it was
statuesque nude body.
May have
The
been
dress even includes some
when I
cherubs,
put
which
the
can be
thing
seen
up,
in the photos
up
where
here,
Courtney
when we
is
picked
turned
it up
around.
from the thing, I may have
The
turned
photo
off the
set also
clip.
includes a video clip of a phone reciting the exact message she uses as her caption. The Poosh founder wore her hair tied back with two pieces hanging down and around her face, while she posed in an undisclosed location for the photos.
I mean, if you're
Despite the
her,
designer look, the comment
you
section
just
on
want
her
to like
photo set is
have
not in
publicity for
favor
whatever.
of the illusion.
And this guy here,
With
I guess
one
this is her
comment-
husband.
Yeah.
What a freak! Look at those tattoos. I mean, it's okay to have tattoos, but what the freak? What is he doing? What is he doing?
Wait a minute.
Probably a good-looking guy, and he doesn't. You know, why would I don't understand. You know, I just don't understand. So, I found that really interesting that this guy here has got a girl like her, and I don't get the tattoo thing anyway. But you know,
It's art.
it's something. I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. But anyway, this dress doesn't even make sense to me. Like it.
Her
I mean,
writing, quote, "This dress makes me
This.
uncomfortable. The back is not."
And people that think it makes them uncomfortable, what is making them uncomfortable? She's a woman. She looks like something like that when she doesn't have clothes on, but she does have clothes on. You know, you can't make a big deal out of it. I mean, it's art. I mean, I couldn't understand wearing it, but you know, it's art. I don't understand art. But some people don't like the fact that it makes them feel uncomfortable. It's not like the old America where we could do what. Oh, that's disgusting.
That's the lady that did my tattoo here.
It's just disgusting. That's too much. You know.
She's from head to toe.
Yeah, it's too much. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your body. I just think it's too much. But anyway, that's the big fuss. Is she wore a dress that made her look like she was naked? Okay.
Well, you put Kardashian there and people are going to search it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. So anyway, that's the one first story. And then you ask about Dr. Now. You said Dr. Now. Now you know there's controversy with him, right?
Always.
Well, I was under the impression that Dr. Now was not going to do any more 600-pound life
Okay.
because he was being sued by a bunch of people because their surgeries didn't go well. I mean, when you're that big, it's a little bit of a crapshoot when you're that big because you don't know what's going to happen and when the people don't do the things they're supposed to do. When you have that surgery, it's not a pill that's going to kill you. That's going to fix you. You've got to be mentally able to deal. Because when Pam got her surgery, I remember taking her out to dinner once, and she just sat there and cried. And I said, "What are you crying about?" She said, "Because I can only eat one shrimp." Mm-hmm. Well, you know, you got this. Anyway, they renewed Darcy and Stacy on TLC. They renewed My 600-Pound Life. They 1,000-Pound Best Friends.
Wow.
1,000-Pound Sisters. I thought those girls both died. I Am Jazz got renewed.
Good.
Darcy and Stacy. Extreme States in My 600-Pound Life premieres tomorrow. Say Yes to the Dress.
Nice.
And Return to Amish have all been renewed. So I just think it's interesting that My 600-Pound Life did get renewed, and it's coming back tomorrow. So, and it's coming back with Dr. Now. So I thought he wasn't going to be back because they were going to cancel him. And not because he didn't have ratings. It's because of the fact that they were getting lawsuits. But the thing is, these people don't work the system. And when they don't work the system, they don't understand why it didn't work or why they got sick when they overate. Or, when I see these people, I keep thinking, okay, this guy isn't going to make it because he shouldn't even get the surgery. And he gets the surgery and he doesn't make it. There are people that surprise me, people that I see at the beginning, and I think, oh, there's no way this guy's going to do it. And then he'll do it. He'll put his head in the right space.
Well, you said it yourself. You have to have control of it. You've got to have your head in the
hold
right
on.
space.
There we are.
There we are.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but a lot of those people don't. I mean, the thing is, once you get to be a certain weight, for me it was 468. You think with your 468 pounds, you think, how am I ever going to, if you lose 10 pounds a year,
Yeah.
or if you lose 20 pounds a year, it's still going to take you the rest of your life to maybe make it. And that 10 pounds or 20 pounds, you keep losing it and gaining it and losing it and gaining it. And even now, I'm at 275 now. And like, I'm stuck at 275. I'll go down to 269, then I'll go up to 277, then I'll go down to 272, and it bounces around. It's been that way ever since. I mean, the last 30 pounds, it's always been doing that. It's like I can't steady it, but fortunately it keeps going down, and I've got a good diet.
Good.
French bread pizza for breakfast.
Yep.
No, but the thing is that people don't realize there's no pill to just make you get better. I'm talking to Christine about doing the DDP thing.
You could do what Cirillo does and just don't eat,
No.
or let your blood sugars get out of control.
No, I don't want to do that. By the way, a show you got to watch on Amazon Prime is Relentless. It's the DDP story, and it really is interesting. When he was on our show way back then, he was close to bankruptcy
Oh, wow.
because of the yoga thing.
Wow.
And he didn't really get it together until you got to see the show. The show's really good. Till Dylan went down there,
Yeah.
and he's on that video too. He's in
Nice.
the video. They don't talk to him that much, but he is on the video. He's one of his staff. But it's interesting to watch how the DDP thing went through its phases till it got to where it is now, and he's doing really well with it now. But he goes through and says there was a point he was $100,000 from bankruptcy.
Wow.
And think about it, he was the champion of WCW for how long, and he spent all of his money on that product. And the story is really good. I love that story. And so he's really successful with it now. But it talks about bringing in Jake the Snake and Scott Hall and all that stuff, and it talks about and the next thing that's on after that is the Jake the Snake story, which is really actually pretty good too. So, but the DDP story is really, really good. Anyway, we're probably going to do the workout because I showed her the Arthur Borman thing where he was real big and how he became so healthy.
Right.
I think he died recently though.
What did you say his name was?
Arthur Borman, Boorman. For some reason, I think he died recently. I might be wrong about that. But he really changed the way he looked. I was surprised how much of a change. I might be wrong. Maybe he is still alive.
He is still alive because he posted December of 22.
Well, he looks totally different from the way he looked before.
Yeah.
So he's that's good. I'm glad he's still alive. I guess I must have made him. I probably made him a friend at some point. I'll have to look through my friends. But it was really. I like that. And anybody that didn't watch that show, it's called Relentless, and it's on Amazon Prime. It's really worth watching. So it's really cool, especially if you watch the thing about Arthur Borman, where he couldn't even walk without two handicapped things.
The braces, yeah,
The
because when
braces.
you Google his name,
Right.
that's what comes up. It says like videos of him.
Yeah. I remember playing those on the show too. Of course, we weren't able to see it back then because we didn't do video. But yeah, it's really good. He was disabled veteran. He had problems with his back and his knees and everything. And
Yeah, no one else would take him except DDP.
right. And so if that's not an inspiration, what is?
Exactly.
I mean, he took his life and turned it around, and he was running in that one video that we saw, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So, anyway, next thing. All right, where are we at here? Oops, wrong track. All right. Next thing. This guy here, McLaren driver, was nearly twice the speed limit.
Oh, jeez.
He's a race car driver. He was McLaren 570S driver. nearly 65 above the speed limit, and he was arrested. I wonder why. Why could he have possibly been arrested?
I wouldn't know about that, would you, Michael?
No, I have no idea.
When he got stopped for speeding,
Oh,
doing a delivery
you got
for-
stopped. Ooh,
there in Hummelstown.
You weren't
It
65 over the limit.
well,
were you?
it was, no, it wasn't 65, it was 20 miles over the limit. And basically, the cop stopped me.
That's where we found out his license was suspended,
Yeah,
even
that
though it
was-
wasn't.
Oh, yeah. It was,
What?
oh, yeah, it was funny because he stops me and he goes to me, now, this is a cop that I've told later on is a prick to everybody, especially Papa John's drivers.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get ticketed?
Well, he turns to me and he looks at me and he sees the Papa John sees I was there. He goes to me, "What's your hurry?" I said, "Well, it's after 10 o'clock. I have to be back at the store to close out." And he goes to me, "Well, this is what I'm going to do." He says to me, "I'm going to run everything." He says, "You don't have a ticket or anything. Your license is clean." And I said, "Yeah, it is. And it should be." And he said, "I'm just going to go back and write this up as a warning." Well, he comes back and he gets to me, "Well, I have one problem." He said to me, "Your license," he said, "I'm going to let the speeding ticket go." He said, "But your license has been suspended." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes to me, "Your license says it's been suspended for some reason." He said, I don't know why, but he said, "This is what I'm going to do. Normally I have to step you out of the vehicle and ask for you to park the vehicle and get somebody to
Oh,
drive
wow.
you home. But he said, in this case, this is what I'm going to do." He said, "I'm going to go back to my vehicle and I'm going to pull off. I'm going to assume you got somebody to come and get you."
Oh.
You know, meaning he's telling me after he drives off, go ahead and go. And so he says, I said, "I'm not going to give you a speeding ticket, but I got to give you a ticket for the
Suspended license.
suspended license."
Do you have a suspended license?
I did.
Why?
And the reason for it, I found out that back in October of last year, when I went up to Connecticut for my aunt's birthday party.
October the
I-
year before.
Right, yeah. Well, now I'm say 2 years ago now, because I forgot it's 23rd. So anyway, I had an accident
I
and
remember
I got a
that.
ticket.
I remember that.
Well, I found out that Connecticut does not notify Pennsylvania's DMV when you pay the ticket. So Pennsylvania's DMV assumed back in March of last year, okay, that I still never pay the ticket. So they assumed what they did was to stop me, they suspended my license without telling me. Supposedly, they said I got a letter in the mail. Well, our mail stinks. So we get some letters, so we don't get letters, and then sometimes we get them 5 days afterwards. We're supposed to get them. So anyway, it turned out that I went to the DMV in Pennsylvania, and they straightened it out. And I went to the court on the $300 fine, and the guy said that who I work with, the judge would probably dismiss it. Well, I went
Okay.
a couple days. I never got. She said I would get something in the mail, and about the time my mom died was when I was supposed to be in court, but video court. Now they do it.
Okay.
So I went back the next day and I said, "I'm sorry, I had a death in the family. My mother died and I thought we were going to get paper and all that." She goes to me, "Mr. Sprillo, that case has been dismissed."
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, and they unsuspended my license the following
Gee.
day.
What a pain.
Yeah, they PA unsuspended my driver's license that day, but it was like still I had to deal with the $300 fine because
That's a
You know.
freaking nasty fine.
So
Yeah.
I
the
would have
bottom
rather
line,
gotten a speeding
the
ticket.
bottom line, Michael, is that if you get in an accident in another state other than Pennsylvania, go to that state, and when you pay the fine off, if it's your fault, make sure you go to Pennsylvania and say that you paid that fine. Otherwise,
Wow.
Pennsylvania will not acknowledge that.
Jeez.
And it's not up to that state that you had the accident in to contact your state.
Yeah, because he was coming down on me. I'm like, we paid that. I know we paid it.
Yeah.
That's
Because I
crazy.
remember doing it.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if I told you guys last week that I went to, I got my passport stuff taken care
I
of.
knew you were going to do it, but I didn't
I
know
did
you
do it, and it was funny because if you go to the Harrisburg post office,
Mm-hmm.
you have to wait 3 weeks to get in there, 3 to 4 weeks to get in there.
Wow.
That doesn't even. Then you have to wait for your passport, and so I tried going to. I looked at the post office on the West Shore, and I got in quicker. And then I looked at. There was another. I was trying to get into the Commonwealth on the West Shore because you get in. But I couldn't see the dates, so I didn't bother doing that. So I had a date booked in Harrisburg. I had a date booked in Camp Hill, and then in just out of a whim, I thought I'm going to call the Marysville Library because they're also a place where you can get your passport. So I called them and I said I need to make an appointment for a passport, and they said, okay, when would you like to come? I said, today, tomorrow. They said, okay, what time? I
Wow.
said, okay. I said 2:00. Yep, see you then. And I went there.
Nice.
And I didn't have my pictures either. I lost my pictures because I've been waiting for so long. They took the pictures, they did everything, and got it sent in there, and I paid for the expediting of it, which was $60 for the expediting. And
How much did it cost you, though, without that?
without the expediting,
Uh-huh.
okay, what is she chewing? That is,
That
what are you doing? Could you check to see what that is, Mike? Would you check to see what she's got there? Because it looks like she's not supposed to have whatever it is that she's.
don't think she's supposed
It
to
looks
have-
like copper of some sort, and
Yeah,
if
it
she's
is,
chewed
yeah,
one of
it
my,
doesn't look like it's something she's supposed to
she
have.
chews one of my wires up again. I'm not going to be happy with
Don't be
so-
shaking my chair.
her. I don't like the idea that it. Does that look like copper of some
Yes, it
sort?
is. It's a battery or something.
A battery?
No, it's not a battery.
What is it?
Something that's no good no more to your computer.
Oh boy. Why did you do that? Huh? Give me that. What's this? Why'd you rip that up? Go lay down. Let her go. Go lay down. Go. I don't even know what it goes to. It doesn't go with anything now.
I know. It's like,
Ah, she's back in that. I'm not gonna reward her for doing bad things. All right.
So the answer to your question was
What was the question now? I can't remember where we were.
not including the expediting. How
so
much
it
did you
was
pay?
Let's see. It was 40 for the pictures, 45 for the pictures. It was 45 for them,
That's 90.
and there was 80. No, it was 130 for the passport, and the expediting was 60.
Okay.
So
what's expediting?
make it quicker. So instead of 6 to 8 weeks, it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
Right.
So I just, the reason I had to get it was because I was missing things that I couldn't go overseas for. Not that I would have necessarily got it, but I couldn't even apply for it. And that rock one, that would
Yeah.
have been perfect for me. But I couldn't leave the country to go do it. So it's done. Now I just got to wait for the passport to come through.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right. Who do we got there? We got anybody?
Yeah,
Is my
Ann's
sister
still
back?
there.
She's there? Okay.
Tina will be back after dinner.
Okay, I'll try to wait for you for this thing I want to play. But you got to tell me when you're back. I guess you can't tell me if she's not there, huh? All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff we can go through. All right, so this guy was nearly 65 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's where we were. So he was arrested, obviously. Naples man was arrested for driving 65 over the speed limit in his McLaren on Friday. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, Eric Laura, 22, was arrested after driving 119 miles per hour on the SR-82 in a 2017 McLaren 570S. Now, you got to be careful because they can take your car. They can impound the car. That's not. I don't think that's what happened to him, but he went to jail, I think. Let's see here. It says here he was booked into the county jail for racing on highways. So you got to be careful. Those guys, they can be pricks about that, but they have a right to be. If you're doing 119 miles per hour on the highway,
I would love, and I even thought about this morning going to work. I would love if they had a program where just a plain ordinary citizen, if they see somebody like going through a stop sign and not stopping or going through a red light, being able to get them pulled over, give them a ticket, and them not be able to fight it.
well, I would say this on that.
As long
It's a
as-
crazy world out there, and cops get shot all the time.
That's true.
So do you really want to give them a
I
ticket?
know, because I had two idiots this morning pull right out in front of me without stopping. I'm like,
All right. Saturday was the Royal Rumble, so if you were a Peacock member, you can see the Royal Rumble for free. And there was some good stuff on the Royal Rumble.
I was too busy watching the Eagles win.
Well, the Royal Rumble was decent. It was wasn't great. There was no big surprises, but it was okay. I always liked the Royal Rumble. That was always my favorite, my favorite event of the year. But besides, WrestleMania. But,
Yeah.
I liked the Royal Rumble. It was okay. They had a 30-man and a 30-woman over the top Royal Rumble. They had a match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. They had a pitch black match, which I thought was odd because it was. But
All
it
the
was,
lights were out?
well, apparently there's a drink called Pitch Black by Mountain Dew,
Okay.
Yes.
so it was like in fluorescent.
Oh.
So it was like
I
fluorescent
had that
green.
yesterday.
Is it
I saw
good?
the Pitch black, more of a grapey type of thing.
No, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Why are you? Okay, go ahead.
I'm more of a grapey. There I am. I hear myself now.
Yeah, it's because I
Yeah.
turned you off.
You turned
to
me
get-
off and
to
didn't
get
turn
the,
me back on again. I know.
That's me. I turn everybody
You know,
on.
Turn everybody off.
Usually I turn the women on.
Yep.
It's my job.
But anyway, it's more of a,
It looks purple.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, the grapey type of thing.
So did you say you did like it or didn't?
I did like it. I would drink it again.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, because it's all sugar.
Oh, well, I don't drink sugar drinks. I don't need sugar drinks. But, hey,
not necessarily.
not necessarily.
You very rarely drink anything as diet.
Oh, I do all the time. I had Diet Coke with dinner tonight.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me, with lunch tonight.
That was a switch.
The
Anyway.
woman asked me, woman asked me if what I wanted. I said Diet Coke with no ice.
I'm surprised, because usually it's Pepsi, and not Diet Pepsi.
Anyway, for those of you that didn't watch it, the 30-man had Gunther and number one, and he lasted all the way to the end.
Wow.
And that was interesting. Gunther and Sheamus started it, and the Miz came in. He got thrown out pretty quick.
Of course.
Kofi Kingston, Johnny Gargano. The Miz was eliminated by Sheamus. Xavier Woods, which is part of New Day. Karrion Kross, Chad Gable, Drew McIntyre. Then Karrion Kross eliminated Drew. Then number 10 was Santos Escobar. 11 was Angelo Dawkins. Xavier Woods was eliminated by Gunther. Kofi Kingston might have been eliminated by Gunther, unconfirmed if he's still in with the 1 foot on a chair or if he's eliminated. Then number 12 was Brock Lesnar. Santos Escobar was eliminated by Brock. Angelo Dawkins was eliminated by Brock. Chad Gable was eliminated by Brock. he was really, Brock was a busy guy. 13 was Bobby Lashley. Brock eliminated. Brock Lesnar was eliminated by Bobby Lashley. Then there was Baron Corbin coming in. Seth Rollins came in. Then Baron Corbin was eliminated by Seth Rollins. 16 was Otis. 17 was Rey Mysterio, but he didn't come out. Then Bobby Lashley was eliminated by Seth Rollins. Then Dominic Mysterio came out. Otis was eliminated by Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Then Elias came out. Elias was eliminated by Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Then Finn Balor came out. Then Johnny Gargano was eliminated by Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. Then Booker T came out? I don't remember Booker T coming out. Okay. Booker T was eliminated by Gunther following a spinneroonie. I must have closed my eyes and missed that piece. I don't remember that.
Blink.
Yeah. Then Damian Priest came out. Then Montez Ford came out. Then Edge came out. Then Damian Priest was eliminated by Edge. Finn Balor was eliminated by Edge. And Edge was eliminated by Finn Balor and Damian Priest from the outside. Then Austin Theory came out. Then Omos came out. Then Braun Strowman came out. Omos was eliminated by Braun Strowman. Omos is a really big guy. This guy's like 6'8", 6'9". He's not really skinny. He's like built. I'd be afraid of that guy in any kind of match. And he's not that good of a wrestler, but he's just he's an attraction like Andre the Giant. But Andre the Giant, in his early days, used to be able to do drop kicks and stuff. This guy can't do drop kicks. This guy can't do anything except look mean. Anyway, I figure you're not watching wrestling, so you don't know who a lot of these guys are anymore.
But we're going in May.
Yeah. So anyway, Omos, then Braun Strowman. Omos was eliminated by Braun Strowman. Then Ricochet came in. That's Ricochet is Braun Strowman's partner. He's a little guy, and Braun Strowman's a giant guy. Did you go to the one, the
Recently,
other?
yes.
Yeah, okay. So you might know who some of these guys are. Then, let's see. Sheamus was eliminated by Gunther. Drew McIntyre was eliminated by Gunther. Then 29 was Logan Paul. He's the guy that's from the internet that took on Roman Reigns. And he and Ricochet, this was unheard of. They both jumped on. So we have the ring on different sides of the ring. They both rappelled off the center rope, or not the center rope, the top rope, in the middle of the.
Wow.
Okay, at each other, and they clotheslined each other in the air.
Oh.
That was probably my favorite move of the whole night. That these guys did that, and they had to set the timing up. I wonder how long they practiced that to get the timing right on that. Let's see. Then Cody Rhodes was number 30. Dominic was eliminated by Cody Rhodes. Braun Strowman was eliminated by Cody Rhodes. Austin Theory was eliminated by Cody Rhodes. Ricochet was eliminated by Austin Theory. I should have said first. Then Austin Theory was eliminated. Then the final four were Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins. Who do you think won?
Seth Rollins.
Who do you think won?
Whoever was in first.
Gunther?
Yeah.
The winner is, well, let's see. Seth Rollins was eliminated by Logan Paul. Logan Paul was eliminated by Cody Rhodes. Gunther was eliminated by Cody Rhodes.
Bummer.
I wanted Cody Rhodes to win. It was pretty good though. It was not great. It was pretty good though.
Yeah, because remember, you and Christy were supposed to go with us, and then
Yes.
yeah, then you said no because of the COVID thing.
Well, I can't have her in the hospital again for that. That was nerve wracking because I didn't know how she was gonna, So, let's see. Snow effing flurries. Reality check. Really, I check the weather twice a week. Oh well.
It was
Christine's
snowing,
stuck
going
in
down
the.
to King of Prussia and coming back.
So it's snowing in Maryland.
Oh.
So it may be coming this way.
It already did.
Did it? Is it coming out? Is it
Well, it
snowing
already
out?
did, because when I was going down to King of Prussia, it was snowing going up.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not laying.
I don't know.
No,
if
it's not laying. I
Okay.
never said laying.
Well, that's
it
why
was snowing.
I'm just curious because I am not outside and I have not been outside today and I'm not planning on going
Well,
outside
yeah,
today.
it's one of those, you know,
So she's stuck in Maryland with the snow.
Well, I don't know. She has things to do for tomorrow and part of Thursday, so it has till then to get done. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't see any snow in the forecast in the next 10 days.
and then the woman's battle royal, Rhea Ripley ended up winning that. She was in first, and she went the whole thing. So
that got to be tough.
I'll tell you, I can tell you that being in just a match for 5-10 minutes is tiring.
Yeah.
But being in there with 30 people, you got to watch to make sure they don't run into you and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Then Roman Reigns retained the title by pinfall, beating Kevin Owens again. And Sami Zayn turned on Roman Reigns. And
Yeah, that's the one thing I did see. You know, they had it advertised heavily
yeah,
that he turned on him again.
it was interesting. I liked it. I knew the angle was coming. I mean, how could you not? If you watch wrestling on a regular basis, how could you not see that coming? But fortunately, so that meant that. Okay, so now that spurned in several angles. First off, Sami Zayn hit Roman Reigns with a chair because Roman Reigns they handcuffed Owens to the rope,
Ooh.
and they kept pounding on him. And Sami Zayn said, we don't really need to do this. You already beat him. And they kept pounding on him. And so finally he took the chair and hit Reigns. Well, that meant he got beat up. And then one of the Usos was really close to Zayn. He walked out and said, I don't need this. So he quit the bloodline. And so it's really kind of interesting. It makes me want to really watch what's going to happen next, because who knows what's going to happen next. So, besides the writers, I just thought it was a good pay-per-view. Do you have any of the movie services, like HBO or anything?
No.
Okay, you know Showtime, right? You've heard of Showtime?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, Showtime was just bought by Paramount.
No, I'm enjoying watching my Roku.
Well, you can get that on your Roku if you were to like it. And I watch HBO Max on my Roku.
Okay.
And anyway, Paramount just bought Showtime, and they basically are changing the name to
Showmount?
no, it's Paramount. I forget what they call it.
Paramount Show.
I forget what they call it. They're going to call it.
Paramount Show.
No. I thought it was up further.
It might be up here. Let's see. It says. Shoot, I don't know what it's. They had a new name for it. I forget what it's called. Mojo with Paramount with Showtime, and darn it, it's in another article that I had. I didn't keep the other article because I thought this was a better article. They have a new name for it, but I don't see the name of it. Oh, the story continues. Maybe it's no, it doesn't. Anyway, it's interesting because Paramount didn't really have. I mean, they're a big studio, so they can give you all these.
Paramount Plus with Showtime.
Yeah, but they did come up with another name, I thought, with it. Paramount Plus, maybe.
Let me look.
I think there was a new name.
Showtime will change to Paramount Plus with Showtime.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, just Paramount Plus with Showtime.
Okay, I thought they changed the name of it, but maybe they didn't. But it's interesting to me because Paramount has a lot of good movies that they put out, and in Paramount, I thought that Showtime was part of HBO Max, But I guess it isn't. It must not be at this point. So I don't know I don't know. They gave me a free showtime for a while with my package. I'm wondering if I'm still going to get the free showtime. So I don't know.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just muted you.
I keep on forgetting I have a mic by my chest when I do that stuff.
You always have a mic by your chest,
Yeah, I know.
24/7.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that's I thought that was pretty interesting news. Then, all right, I got another picture for us. Let's see if it came up.
Don't frighten the Michael.
That's
I
not
told
it.
you not to put my picture up there.
Oh, where's it at? There's another picture I wanted to use. I may have deleted it by accident though. Oh shoot, what are these? Oh, these pictures aren't back again, are they? Oh, these are the ones. Okay, these are good. I don't mind these pictures. These are all my awards. That's not the pictures I wanted. I wanted to. There's a new picture that goes with the next story. Okay, there it is. Okay. This is, so, it won't let me pick it. Come on. I'm picking it. There we go. This is an interesting picture. This is DC's evolution of the DC universe.
Okay.
Starting with the new people that are in charge. Okay? So they're going to start out with, we have,
You're awful noisy.
Well,
okay. So here's what they're doing. They have the next movie that's coming out, I think, is Batman Forever. They're doing a reboot of that. And then they're going to do the Batman Cape Crusader. Then they're going to do Batman 2. And then they're going to do The Peacemaker Season 2 with John Cena.
Oh.
I really thought that was gone. I thought we weren't going to see that. Then they're going to come out with The Dark Knight Part 4.
Oh.
Then they're going to come out with the Lego Batman movie Part 2. Then they're going to do Ben Affleck's Batman. Then they're going to do Batman Beyond. Then they're going to do Batgirl. And then they're going to do Batman versus the Justice League. So this is the next series of movies that are going to come out in the next couple years.
This could be interesting.
Yes, especially the Lego one. I love the last Lego. Last Lego one was so funny. But, I'm looking forward to these different Batman movies. And one of them I think is already made, so they just needed a release date. But these have the potential to be really good, really big. And so it says here, DC announces Chapter 1 of the new universe with 10 movies and 10 shows, which I just showed you. Now, if you're Batman or if you're a DC, we usually see Marvel stuff.
Right.
This is and usually DC movies were darker and not as fun as the other movies. I don't know what these are going to be like, but I'm anxious to see them turn out good. And let me see here. I think the Lego movie is probably one of the ones I'm most interested in, just because the last one was so good. But I'm anxious because I think the guys that are running DC now, they were successful in the Marvel universe. So I like to see them be successful in the DC universe. So it says for months, all the news about the future of DC has been about what's not happening. The Batgirl movie intended for HBO Max was permanently shelved after it was already shot. That's one that was already done. That one's at the end of the sequence. Then Henry Cavill made his surprising return to the role of Batman or Superman, only to find out the company announced for weeks later that Cavill wasn't going to make any more DC movies after all. Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam was seemingly meant to launch a whole franchise, or perhaps multiple franchises, based on the title character, and Johnson himself announced on social media that a sequel will not be coming in the first chapter of their storytelling. So we're not going to see a Black Adam 2 for we don't know how long. That really shocks me because it did so well at the box office. I thought they would have jumped on that. But And I'm sure that's not Dwayne Johnson's decision. The decision was made by the people that are
He
running.
may have had some input if he has other projects lined up.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So I'm kind of bummed about that because I really like that. But anyway, today Gunn and Safran announced the 5 new movies and 5 new shows, all intended for HBO Max, including a brand new version of DC icons Superman, Batman, and Robin, and new interpretations of the stalwart heroes, Green Lantern, Supergirl, Swamp Thing, and more. It could, if they do it right. Now, James Gunn is good at this. He's the one that did the franchises on Marvel that were successful, like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff
Right.
like that. So I really believe that his vision could be really good. He's also the guy that created the Cena Peacemaker thing.
Okay.
So I think it could be really good, and it could be something that DC's really needed. They needed a new direction because they were really not doing the kind of numbers they should have been doing. Compared to Marvel, they were always way behind the gun. Well, actually, as in James Gunn. I think we're going to see some pretty big changes because they promised to do this stuff and make an impact. And if anybody can do it, they can do it. So I'm watching my dog, seeing if she does anything, because she's already in trouble once. Yes, you. Yes, wagging your tail is not making it any better. I'm sorry. No, you can't just be forgiven for that. You can lay down. Lay down. Lay down. All right, she did it.
Yeah.
Because of that, I will treat you. See, I'm fair. There, have that. I love my dog. She drives me crazy, but I love my dog.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Bear.
Yeah,
And, well, I do love Diane, too.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I like your dog. I don't love your dog yet because of pooping in my studio. I've not seen.
He just had to initiate it.
I mean,
Hey,
when
you
Cheyenne.
didn't tell me that.
Of
didn't?
course
You
not,
didn't know
no.
that? Oh,
No, she just told me that he wouldn't settle down.
we almost had tacos that day. Made a-
Chocolate tacos.
Oh man, no, I mean chopping up that little dog and having tacos because I was not happy about that. And not only that, but the dog didn't do it over there. Did
Right
it right
behind
back
him.
me. I started smelling this and I'm like, and then I hear Trish go, "Oh, Bear," and I thought, "Oh, what are you doing?" I thought, "Oh,
But I got it cleaned up. I took him with me.
I know. Well, good.
Yep.
Yep." So, fortunately, we have an air freshener. I wanted to kill that dog then.
I think
believe-
sometimes, it's, I'm sitting here and I smell, gas, and I think it's Cheyenne. But it's like, okay, that's normal, but
yeah, you
gas is different than actual poop, so I can't really say nothing.
I won't admit or I won't deny or confirm that I had gas at one time. I will not tell, and, you know.
No, you have an electric car now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like an electric gas.
Well, I know, like, we have this playpen downstairs that has a door that Bear can actually go in and out himself. Well, we're going to buy another one to change the front of the playpen up in our room so that he can go in and out himself, because now, the way it's set up now, there's no door.
Ah,
So we have to put him in and then take him out. And if
That
we're
was
doing
before he learned to
something,
climb off the bed.
yeah,
Now
he'll
he
get
learns to
the bed
climb
and
off
like-
the bed and eats and drinks more, or just drinks more, and then all of a sudden you hear him, like wild on the bed, and then all of a sudden you see him jump off the bed, and before you get out of bed, you see him squat doing something.
well, I don't have that problem anymore.
Well, he does go over in front of the playpen, so he knows.
The early days, I had problems with her going down here. She doesn't do it now down here, so I'm happy with that. But she's still in this thing where she wants us to pay attention to her, so she ends up doing things like she did where she ate that thing. I don't even know what that thing was, and I hope I don't need that thing because even though I have that thing, I don't know what it was. So
Looks like some kind of computer board.
it's I don't know what it is. I'm sure I'll find it when I go to use it and say, hey, there's something missing from that. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. Anyway, next topic. Okay, so Priscilla Presley is in the news again.
Yes.
And,
I know what for.
all right, you explain it to me.
She is trying to take over her daughter's estate
And why does she want to do that?
because she was going to be cheated out of something, I think.
Well, sort of, but I
She
think
didn't realize
you got to
that
get
her
a quieter drink bottle.
She's drinking my water.
Excuse me, who paid for this? And who paid for the water you're drinking?
Hers is
Okay.
not as loud.
Okay, but I'm just saying, she says, I'm drinking her water.
You got that for me weeks ago, and I left it sit here.
Okay, so I got you 2 more damn bottles and you only drank 1, so the other one's coming home with me.
It's not as loud. Are those as loud as that one?
No.
So you can drink these.
That's because I don't leave I close my mouth over the whole thing. If I leave my mouth there, there's air and it can get through. You know, it's a different way of sucking a
In
bottle.
one ear and out the other.
So he's not good at sucking.
That's
No.
exactly what I'm saying. All
Okay.
right. You know, either that or you look at it the opposite way. I'm very good at sucking because I
Maybe you're
suck the
very
bottle
good. Yes.
dry.
I didn't think of that. I didn't.
Okay, all right.
You could be.
you know,
I guess you're a better sucker than I am.
that's right, okay, because,
He's a sucker, all right. He falls for anything.
All right, a petition
Yeah,
filed in Los
definitely.
Angeles
You can say
Superior
that
Court
again.
on Thursday. Priscilla Presley challenges the will of her daughter. She questions the authenticity and validity of the 2016 amendment that replaced her and former business manager Barry Siegel as co-trustees with the Presley daughters Riley and deceased Benjamin. Lisa Presley died on January 12th after suffering cardiac arrest at her home. 54. That cardiac arrest at 54.
I read
that just-
somewhere that it had to do, she was taking like a lot of fentanyl or something like that.
Oh, that'll do it. Priscilla and Siegel currently serve as the heads of the trust created in 1993 to manage the Presley estate. The Promenade Trust kept 15% stake of the Elvis Presley Enterprises, which owns the singer's intellectual property after Lisa Marie sold 85% of the company's assets for roughly $100 million. See, that still blows me away. She died with $4 million of debt. I could live off $100 million for 100 years, for more than that. And that's even with the inflation. Of course, I could live off $10 quicker or more than a lot of people. I don't see my dog.
He was in the
I
hole.
want to know if she's doing anything. I hate that I can't trust her, and my camera over there died. I fell to the ground and broke. So I got to put another one back there because I used to keep track of her that way. I might put it right on the wall there and have the one that can. I got one upstairs that I lent to Christine that she gave back because she doesn't need it anymore, and I might just put that up because I could just put a wire through it and I can run it. Then I can tell what's going on there. I can't trust her though. It sucks that you can't trust your dog. If you can't trust your dog, who can you trust?
You don't have that problem because
Man's best
Bear's
friend.
always, I was going to say, Bear's always with somebody, and most of the time it's with Trish and in their arms.
Yeah, well, she's always with somebody too, and she's still getting in trouble. So she only get in trouble during the week though, only when we're here, because she wants her attention.
Yep.
She's used to having attention. All right, anyway. After her daughter's death, Presley says she discovered a document changing the trust. She stresses that the amendment was never delivered to her during her daughter's lifetime as required by the terms of the trust. That would be a big thing because it says that you have to run it by her. The foregoing method shall be an exclusive method by which the trust may be revoked and amended or any amendment canceled, says the petition, which cites the cases in which changes to trust were found invalid, and it concluded trustees were not notified.
What
So-
makes you wonder why she wanted to change it?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's really, I think Priscilla had some serious issues.
That could have
And,
been, yeah,
I mean, if you died at 54 of a heart attack,
yeah.
you did something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, she was going to put her son and daughter in charge, and then her son commits suicide.
But they're not even, they weren't even very old, were they? I mean,
No, her son was 22.
yeah. So, I don't know why they did that, but the fact that they did it without the proper authorities, she's probably going to win. Justice Poole points out that the amendment misspells her name and that her daughter's signature is inconsistent with her usual customary signature. So it's possible it may have been forged.
That could be, but I mean, I change my signature too, depending on what I'm feeling, just the way I make my letters.
Other inconsistencies in the document included that it was never witnessed or notarized and that the provisions don't appear on the signature page as is customary. The petition says Riley Koenig is slated to become a co-trustee of the trust with Priscilla because Siegel already has already or will soon resign. Priscilla Presley has not resigned as a trustee of the trust and plans to continue in her capacity according to the document. Petitioner respectfully requests an order from this court determining that the purported 2016 amendment is invalid. The filing reads. Riley Koenig is one of the trust beneficiaries along with her sisters. Benjamin Koenig died in 2020 of suicide. That's, you know, when you think about that guy, that he died in 2020. He was what? He was 20?
He
Is that-
was, yeah, somewhere around 22, I believe.
That's just, that's sad. I guess I'm on her side after reading this. So I hope she gets it because she's just trying to look out. And you can't give a 22-year-old this kind of stuff. I mean,
Not that kind of power.
Well, look at Priscilla. She obviously couldn't handle the money that she inherited. Because all that money that she inherited, she blew somewhere and kept blowing all the way because she was broke. $4 million in the hole when she died.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, used to Priscilla.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't know how good she is with money. But Priscilla, if you need help, give me a call. I'll take care of you. We can make good music together. Hey,
I said,
she would love me.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
One word, prenup.
Yeah, it's true. The way they do with money, I probably should get one. Okay, do you remember Flava Flav?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you say that?
I just,
What do you know about him?
he's a rapper.
Well, let me tell you about him. He spent $2,600 a day for 6 years before getting sober on drugs. $2,600. Now, do you know how much that is a year?
A lot.
Think about this. No, you don't have to do it. I already did that one.
Oh, okay.
It's $1 million a year on drugs. Freaking A. $2,600 a year.
I bet you his dealer was happy.
Not when he quit.
No.
$2,600 a year. I can't even imagine that kind of money. He should be in charge of the Presley estate.
Yeah, there we go.
Now that he's straight. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, man, what is with these people? I don't know.
Wow.
$949,000.
Yep.
That's insane. Unless it was a leap year.
Yeah.
If it was a leap year, then you're talking about 940. No, what was it? 900. Well, I just erased it. 949. It would have been $951,000.
Yeah, 600. 951, 600.
Freaking insane. All right, James
Was that
Gunn.
before or after taxes, though?
I don't think they paid taxes
No.
on drugs. James Gunn is also on the news about DC's The Flash. This is not the Flash that's on TV, but the Flash that was in the movies. He's going to have, it says, one of the greatest hero movies ever. Ezra Miller's DC future decided after their recovery. So this guy is the guy that was the Flash in the Batman versus Superman. Or
Oh.
no, not the Batman. Which one was it? It was in the one where they brought Superman back to life.
Oh,
The one after that, whatever that was called, I forget what that was. But anyway, he's getting his own movie now, and that's going to be cool. Is that Marvel? Or is that he's not in that because he's
Yeah, I was
DC.
looking to. It's just heroes and villains.
Yeah. So he is getting his own movie, and it'll be interesting. I wondered why they didn't use the TV Flash, because the TV Flash that was Grant. I forget his last name, but I don't know why they didn't give him a shot at it, because he would be good too.
Yeah, because there's Captain America. Is that Iron Man?
I can't see it. Let me see. Yes,
Okay.
and those are all Marvel though. Those aren't
Right, and DC's the other side.
the other. What do you mean? DC's not in there.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, that's Marvel only.
Okay.
Anyway, I'd like to see him. Well, I mean, he's okay. He's pretty good at it too. But I really felt it was weird that they didn't give the TV one the job. So, let's see. Oh, I forgot what was it about? I forgot what it was. What was the article about? Oh yeah. It says here, after tumultuous, after a big year that involved a series of arrests and public meltdowns, the Flash star Ezra Miller appeared to be a case of one and done in the DC universe. Oh, so he might not be in the DC universe because he got in trouble. But newly installed DC co-head Peter Safran said the door is open for further collaborations with Miller after The Flash standalone opens in June 16th. Ezra is completely committed to their recovery, and we're fully supportive of that journey, and they're on right now. When the time is right, when they feel they're ready to have that discussion, we'll figure out what the best path is for moving forward. So he made a movie and got in trouble, I guess. Let's say what he did. Let me see. Let's see. History of DC. Okay, let's see. Oh, it says erotic behavior. Doesn't say what he did. Wonder what he did. That's kind of interesting. I don't remember him having problems, though. Let's see if there's anything about that. I'm curious what he did. Oh, here it is.
Uh-oh.
Ezra pleads guilty on trespassing, 1 year of probation, a $500 fine. Must not have been very serious. He got a $500. I mean, his $500 fine is almost what yours
That's
was.
me.
Just a little bit more than yours was for trespassing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, don't get caught with your car problem in another state. See, appearing in a courthouse in Vermont, the Fantastic Beasts and the Flash star accepted a plea deal to avoid jail time. They must pay a $500 fine and face 1 year of probation. As part of the plea deal, Miller agreed to 41 conditions, which include no drinking, random drug tests, and a commitment to continue seeking mental health treatment. Miller, 30, was accused of entering a neighbor's house and stealing several bottles of alcohol from their pantry last May. Really? You can't afford your own alcohol? What the? That's funny. The actor was initially charged with trespassing, burglary, and petite larceny, and the latter two charges now dropped. So he could have faced a maximum of 25 years in prison. Ugh. All right, well, I guess that means you're probably smart to pay the $500
That
fine.
stalking will get you every time.
Yeah, geez, that's not bad though. $500 isn't bad for breaking and entering and stealing liquor and
If you were breaking and entering, what the hell would you steal liquor for? I'd
Yeah,
steal something else.
Same here.
What the
That's what I
hell?
was thinking. It's kind of
Yo,
weird.
come on.
Maybe
Kinda
the
weird.
liquor was the
Really?
most
Liquor?
expensive thing that was there.
Maybe, I don't know. It's
I
just
mean, what the
sad. That's a
Yeah,
bad
I'd steal
criminal.
a television or something.
Something, a Roku.
Jeez,
At least steal the
yeah, what
Roku.
the hell?
You know, I mean that's
What
ridiculous.
the hell?
Well, that's because we don't drink. I mean,
Jeez, I mean, come on now.
that's ridiculous. Okay. All right. How about now we do it?
Yep.
You want to do it?
Yep.
All right. So last year, almost a year ago, it was a year ago and 2 months, I think. It was somewhere in March, I think. I got to meet Allie Grant. And I've been trying to get this footage for a year, almost a year. And I finally got this footage of me doing a scene for Allie Grant because we were doing character development and we had to write a monologue and do the monologue, and everybody that did the monologue before me did not understand that you're supposed to do a monologue, and they would do things like, she said, I don't want you to describe what you're doing, I want you just to do it. Just get in there and do it. And everybody would go, this person, I'm in a coffee house, and I see a mirror, and she goes, I don't care, I don't want to know that. I want to know it from the monologue. I want to be able to tell from the monologue how you develop your character. Just do the thing. And everybody would say, then there would be people that would talk, and somebody would have to talk back, but wouldn't talk back because that's
Right.
not a monologue. A monologue is one person talking from beginning to end, telling a story.
Right.
Okay? By the way, I used your genie monologue. I want you to know that.
Thank you.
Yes, and I did really well with it.
Oh, good.
Just wanted you to know that
Good.
I put it on my monologue list, and that's on my, by the way, that is a mail roll anyway.
That's okay.
Because I searched for it, because I lost it, and then I found it again, but I searched for it, and it said monologues for men, and it said Genie. I thought, oh, that wench, she did a male monologue. Anyway, everybody was doing it wrong. So I got cocky, and I knew mine was right. So I'm going to play it for you now, and you're going to see everything. I didn't cut anything out that she and I spoke about. I didn't cut anything out. In fact, there's a bit piece of one of the other people that did a monologue before me, and she kept trying to explain what the monologue was about. It was after that. She had just done the monologue and was critiqued. So that's where we come in. So I'm going to bring the monologue up. I'm going to bring the monologue up. There it is. Okay. And I hope you enjoy it.
Hi.
This is Allie Grant. Come on.
Are you ready for this? All right, I'm Mike Trash. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and with Truth Management. Hi, Pam. It's been a long time since I saw you. You know, it's been 8 years. Seems kind of longer. We were together for almost 18 years. Did you believe that? And if you were still with me, it would be 26 years. You made me want to be a better man. I've been talking to you. I'm not sure that you heard me. You were my best friend. And probably still are. The way you left really hurt me. But I forgive you. And even more importantly, I forgive myself. I know you didn't want to go, but it was time. But I really needed to talk to you about something. I've been alone since you left. And I think it's time for me to move on. Time for me to start living again. Recently I found someone new. And honestly, I wasn't even looking. You'd like her too. She reminds me a lot of you in a lot of ways. Reminds me of I have something to live for. I love her and she makes me smile again. She makes me laugh again. she makes me live again. Pam, I know you said before that if you left me, if you were to go, you would want me to find someone else. I want you to know that I will always love you. I will always value what we had. I'm passing the torch that I carried for you to her. Until tomorrow, until we meet again. It's goodbye for now. I'm singing.
You're crying.
I knew she would. I mean, you know, I mean, I knew she would. I mean,
I knew she would too.
I mean,
That's why I did it. I like to see her cry.
You want it
well, the
real?
thing of it is,
For someone who doesn't like tears.
do you need my hanky?
Now, I want you to know that everyone on this call was crying by the time it was done. And what I said there just a few seconds ago was, you want it real. That's as real as it gets.
That's as real as it gets, sure.
Now, here's her commentary, I think, as soon as she stops crying.
Is that what you wanted? It's real. It's very real.
She thinks I'm brilliant.
Thank you. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, you are. You've got. I have chills. You have no idea. Maybe you do. But also, I don't think you do. You have no idea what you're capable of.
I really don't.
You.
I wrote there's a script that I've written in my TV show that I want to do that's basically this. But it's not this. It's sort of like this. Where you're saying that.
You are. You're like. I don't even want to compare you to anybody because I don't think that's fair to you. But you're like the best of John Goodman and Philip Seymour Hoffman all in one.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I look up to both of those guys.
Well, I think you're a brilliant actor. And I think you've got a really, really special career ahead. And I don't know what all you've been through. But also, I don't need to know. I don't need to know you because God knows you. And I do know him. And I know what he has for you. It's taken everything that you've been through to get you to this place.
Absolutely.
That's going to lead you where you're meant to go. And the pain that you have endured, it was not in vain. And it has a purpose. And you're making a difference. And you're soon the tears that you have cried, you will soon find that they were just watering seeds of blessings that are about to come into harvest season. You've got big stuff ahead of you.
Thank you.
I mean it. I'm not one to mess you up.
I've heard you talk to the other people, so I know.
I speak from the heart, and yeah, thank you. I'm really, really excited to see what's ahead of you, and I'm really grateful to have had the blessed opportunity to say, I can remember when.
You're a good teacher.
No, but thank you. We will meet again. We will meet again.
I'm coming to Savannah and Vegas, so If
Well, I
you're,
certainly hope to see you in Savannah, if not on a call before then.
I saw her a couple weeks ago on
I'm
the
on
call.
all the calls. I
It was
I
awesome.
learn everything I can learn.
You're a mensch. You're a mensch. Really, Mike. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Really. Oh boy.
So now you got to see it.
Wow.
I miss. Let's see who's next.
So that's pretty sure that was, yeah, that's it. Okay. I didn't edit the rest. No, I'm going to edit that for my reel. And on there, I'm going to really just the part of me. I'm not going to have her involved in my thing. But that was a strong endorsement from her. The fact that she was that wrapped up in things really, it kind of gave me validation of what I'm doing. Of course, that was a topic that no one could do better than me because it was all about where I was at that point. But yeah, it really gave me a good feeling. And I really felt awesome that she felt that way about it. You know, it's one thing if you tell me, I mean, no offense, but it's one thing if you tell me,
Right.
that makes me feel good. But she doesn't know me.
That's true.
And to get that kind of endorsement from her,
That's true.
that like, wow, I that's why I needed the whole piece. I needed to see that. I needed to see it again. And it made me feel so good to know that that's what she really thought. And, okay, why is this not giving me sound? I should have sound. Why am I not getting sound? I should have
I
sound.
hear you.
Do you? Okay, why don't
I
we
hear you. I just don't hear me because you probably turned me off.
Well, I turned that down because I had to turn up the rest of it. Okay, now we'll turn this down up here because it was just a little quiet on this. I need to turn this down a little bit. Okay, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, check. Okay, so I really thought that just made me feel so good to know that I could maybe do this. I might be able to do this acting thing, you know? Because you never know what you get into. I mean, when you're getting into a field like that you've never really been in as,
Right.
I mean, I've been in it with wrestling, but I've never had to cry on cue. I've never had to, you know, I've had to be angry on cue. I've had to be sad on cue or, you know, or whine or whatever it was. But this was the real deal. I mean, I had to really, it was hard to talk when I was doing that too, because it just hit so much because it was real. I lived it. So, that
Doesn't take
was,
me much. You mentioned Pam and I start to cry.
well, I knew that would do that to you, but and that made me feel good that it did that to you because it validates me again that, you know, she was an important person to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just,
Same with Shannon too.
Shannon, I can't wrap my head around it. I still think of her as just being too busy
Yeah.
because it's just, it's too much to,
Yeah, the other day I wanted to message her and I'm like, you dumbass.
I found all
Yeah.
kinds of pictures so far in my different hard drives too. Things that I didn't even know I had and pictures that she had of people that I don't even know that I was going to delete. And I thought, well, maybe her mom will want
Yeah, that's would want them.
because some of those were her sister and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
That's would want them.
And so it was just really, I don't know. So anyway,
I can still hear, things Shannon would say, and
we're still here.
I know.
We're the survivors. I know. And she,
He'll tell you the day of her service. I even had Bear and I was a ball baby.
Yeah.
well, when I was at
The other day, I was working, and it was like I heard that voice in your head, in my head, but your voice saying, "Have you called your mother lately?" And it was like, all right, get the telephone line up to heaven, and I'll call her.
Well, there's too many people around me dying again, and I thought we were done with that. I thought we were going to start a new chapter where people aren't dying all the time.
But I will tell you, for Shannon's service, for the small gathering that they had at the cemetery, there were quite a few people there. I'd say about, 25, 30?
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just, it's the stuff that she and I had been through, I only met her through you.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been through a lot of ups and downs, but we were always there for each other. And yeah, I can remember her and I sitting up and just talking, and especially when, things didn't happen with the relationship that she was in. But yet, if I got hurt somehow, man, she jumped right in there and said, look, don't hurt her. She was very protective.
Yeah. Well, she was definitely a good person, and I really.
I can still remember when I first met her. I took your Prius, the silver one, went out to get her because it was snowing, and I wanted to get out and get back because you were working, and this way, she had to get out of there immediately, and she had this big old duffel bag that she had to get in the car, and I had no idea what she looked like.
Oh, okay.
I just was given an address and told to go, so I went.
Oh, I'm glad you're still around.
Well, thank you. Me too.
Well, it's funny too that I heard a song going on down to King of Prussia, and it's by Freddie Fender, and it's like, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls, and that reminds me of you and her, that if I do something to hurt her, you're going to be right there, and you'll be right there for her, so, and you've been right there for her, so.
Well, I just hope that nobody else dies for a little while.
Yeah, I'm hoping neither, because I got a couple of uncles and aunts and my father that, have cancer and stuff, and I'm not ready to go through another one.
Well, I should be going through one Friday, but it really doesn't hit that close to me because it was my boss's supervisor. I have been on a conference call with her when I was interviewed, but I never really met her. And she had passed away suddenly, and her service is this Friday. And a lot of people are going up because she was from State College. And I'm like, oh, that's not far, But they said that she had a lot of issues ever since her car accident. And they were telling me about her accident. She lived on a hill, and she was backing out of her driveway, but she forgot something, so she pulled the car up. She thought she had it in gear. She ran into the house, and when she came out, the car started backing down, so she tried to jump in it, and her foot got caught, and the car ran over her. So she had never been right since then. But man, she worked from home, and anytime somebody had a question, they went to her and she knew the answer. So this is why it really hits everybody there, because she was very valuable. And I'm like, well, I only had talked to her in that conference call when I was interviewed, but it's like, wow. It just changed the whole ambiance of the office, because it's like nobody wanted to be there, nobody wanted to work. It was chilly, and I'm getting chills now. Oh, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
All right, let's go on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So a teenager playing hide and seek
Oh no, a teenager.
found himself in another country.
What?
Yeah, this is a big hide and seek. So he lived in another country, and he decided to play hide and seek
in another country.
No, that's not what he did. It's a little bit more complicated than
He
that.
crossed the border.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know what this is. Hold on. No, what happened was,
What, he was playing up in Canada and he
you know what a
crossed the border?
container is, right?
A container?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what people were shipping things in. He was in a container. So he gets in the container playing hide and seek, and he ends up in another country because the container got moved.
Oh my goodness.
Now, it's overseas, so it's probably easier than it is here to go in a container. But
Wow.
I'll tell you in a second where he was from. All right, so the containers are those things that they put on, they carry them, put them on trains, or carry them and put them on a,
Yeah.
okay?
They haul garbage in them.
Or they could be in a tractor trailer.
Yep.
They put them on the tractor trailer. So the first thing I said was, what the hell is going on? Imagine playing hide and seek and you realize you're hiding too long just to find out you're in another country. I have no idea what the hell I would do.
No
well, neither
passport?
did a Bangladesh teenager. Apparently he was playing hide and seek. He decided to hide in a shipping container. He apparently fell asleep. I'm assuming he was hiding so long he fell asleep. He was locked in the container for 6 days. When he woke up, he eventually found out he was 2,000 miles away from home in Malaysia.
He was probably hungry.
I would imagine. I would have been mad at him, but I knew his parents' blood pressure was through the roof. The young man went 6 days and no water and no food, so he did need some medical attention when he was found. They almost thought that he was a victim of human trafficking until they
Wow.
found out. He got in there and glad he was found, but I bet he's done playing that game.
Word of advice, if you're going to play hide and go stay local.
Yes, try not to hide in a container. That's the moral to the story. Don't hide in a container.
I think the worst place I've ever hid was in a corn crib.
What's a corn crib?
Like a container, but it has corn in it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not necessarily a good place
The
either.
only one when I played hide and seek, it was flashlight tag, hide and seek type of thing, and it was fun.
Well, the corn crib you could see out.
Okay.
I mean, we always played flashlight tag.
Oh, I've done that too. I played kick the can at night.
Righty. Well, here's another one. Powerball, this is from you, but Powerball soars to $613 million because of the Monday drawing. So,
And I don't believe anybody has
No.
hit Monday.
Nope.
I do believe it has gone further.
So when's the next drawing?
Wednesday.
All right, so I got to buy tickets.
Wednesday? No. Yeah, Wednesday and Saturday is the Wednesday and Saturday. What the heck is that?
A noise.
Biden,
Oh, being an ass like he always is?
probably.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You might have. Either
Yeah.
that or I read your brain.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you don't want to do that.
Well, then
I was
think,
going to say it.
then you
is
must have said it out loud.
My brain's dirty. He went into that one. Yep, he went into that
Ouch,
one.
Ouch.
Let's see here. Going through this. What is this? Okay, this and then all these things that I already talked about. All right, next. Oh yeah, so that 613 million. Yeah, I'd like a piece of that. Maybe Priscilla Presley could get it for me.
They
I
have
don't
to-
mind. I don't mind. I think the mega is still like 30-something million. I'll take that. I don't care. I'm
I
not
would- I would
greedy.
take-
31.
I would take $20 if I paid
Yeah.
$5 for it. Give me 20.
Yeah, I mean it's like okay. I mean
Hey,
I'm not greedy. I got both my tickets.
I am greedy, and I
Yeah.
still want it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave the house tomorrow anyway, so maybe I'll stop and get tickets.
Oh my
think the
God, you're
first-
going to leave the house?
I do my audition tomorrow,
Ooh.
my band audition.
Yeah. The only problem is that I gotta wait until Wednesday.
That's
4
tomorrow.
hours. Yeah. Well, the problem is I gotta wait until Friday. Hopefully, no one wins.
Why?
It's called cash to buy the ticket. I don't have cash.
I Well, you could use your,
Your
Credit
tip
card.
card.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Have you seen what's on my zip card?
I said
What's a
tip,
zip?
not zip.
Well, whatever.
What's a zip card?
No, because I don't have access to that.
Yeah, and exactly. You know, someone's been, you know, I only get so much on there.
Well, you got to start working harder.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, that's for bear shots.
Yeah, we may
That
have to
gets
borrow the
expensive.
raw Peter to pay Paul.
No, we're not.
You can sell the dog on the black market.
No, I'm not selling my baby.
You can make tacos out of them.
I don't think so.
Why not?
He's too cute.
Oh, okay. I'd pay for him.
I love my puppy.
You don't.
I do.
I think you should just give him to me.
I don't think so.
I should hold him for ransom.
No.
No, he'd poop on my different places, so I don't think I'd like that. Anyway, all right, next thing. This is interesting. So apparently there was a Tesla guy that did road rage and was in trouble. Nobody ever caught him, but he was known for doing this stuff in California, and he was caught because somebody caught him on camera on his dash cam. And this guy was a real jerk. He deserved to get caught. He just would be angry at people. He'd get out of their car and he hit their car with a hammer. And he kept doing this over and over again. And finally, somebody caught him and turned him in on their cam. And it's funny because when I read this first, I thought, oh, this guy's he caught somebody with his Tesla cam. No, a guy with a cam caught him. That guy there is the guy. Watch, he gets out and he comes.
After the commercial.
Nope, I'm going to back it up because we missed it. So he gets out of his car and he has a crowbar or something. And he cracks him and then leaves. And he puts this mask on so nobody knows who he is. Well, you can
License
plate. So they caught him, and it says here a man sought in connection with a series of road rage encounters, including a violent freeway confrontation on camera in Glendale, is under arrest, authorities said Monday. The suspect, identified by the California Highway Patrol as a 36-year-old Nathaniel Radmark, was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon on Sunday. He's being held on $5 million bond. The CHP said dashcam video helped lead to the arrest in Torrance. The assaults were captured on dashcam video, and several leads were provided to our department by the public, which led to the arrest. So here you go. Here's his. It says here, Los Angeles. It said black 2022 Tesla Model X. He got his 2022 on time, so he shouldn't be mad at everybody. I mean, some of us had to wait a year to get our car. And but anyway, he's warrants $5 million and a $5 million warrant and $175,000. Hey, I believe that Tesla people should be honest and shouldn't be causing trouble. So let's get him out.
Did you ever answer that thing I sent you earlier?
Talking to me?
Yes, you.
What'd you send to me?
If you're driving a Tesla and it's in auto mode, are you allowed to use your...
First off, that's a dumb question. Because...
Are you allowed to use your cell phone, or is that still considered distracted driving?
See, but the thing is, I can use my cell phone without autopilot.
I know.
And anybody can use their cell phone, because if you have it built into your car and you're using the car phone,
right,
you're not touching your cell phone. And as long as you don't touch your cell phone, you can do it. And the thing about my car is it's really, I shouldn't tell this on the air, but on my screen I can actually do Facebook while I'm driving too. But, not that you heard that from me, but I can do that. And
you just do it at a red light.
But, like when you text me, it comes up on my screen. Mm-hmm. And so I can answer you by pushing one button and saying what I want to say, and then text the voice to text. And it sends, and I can have several conversations going at once because the screen's that that
I
big.
know in his car, when my phone is connected to it, it'll come up on the screen that I have a message from this. And
well, if you remember the old Tesla I had, it came up like on the main dash. Mm-hmm. It came up the message, and then it would read the message to you. And this still reads the message to me. So I don't even have to take my eyes off the road, but it would read it, and then I could change. Now, one thing that's bad about this one is that I can't, like the old one, I could push a button on the steering wheel and reply to you with that button. I can't do that on the new one. On the new one, I actually have to physically reach over and push a button, and that's one thing I don't like about it. I think they should have keep that. They should put that back in that way, because it's better if I don't have to take my hand off the steering wheel. But when you're on autopilot, you got a little more leeway with that, but also you have a camera watching you to make sure you're watching the road and you're not looking down or you're not looking over too often. Because if you do, it'll tell you, keep your eyes on the road. Because I got that once, and I don't want any hassles with it. So, but something that's interesting, by the way, is I'm going to be going to New York. I'll be driving probably to New York, and I'm going to Orlando. I'm probably going to drive to Orlando so I can use the full self-driving.
Nice.
I really love the full self-driving thing. And I wasn't pressured with the autopilot when I went to Georgia. The thing I didn't like about it was that I didn't have as much distance.
Right.
The new one, I have better distance, and it charges quicker. I didn't like the length of time it took to charge, and this new one charges a lot quicker. Like I can go stop at a place, plug it in, go to the bathroom, and come back, and I'll be done.
Nice.
So
Wow.
it's really that quick. It is like 15 minutes. I can get probably 350 miles, and that's a pretty quick thing. So, and usually, you think about it, at least for me, being at the age that I'm at, I've got to go to the bathroom. For him, he'd be in heaven. Every 10 minutes you'd charge, you'd be done, you'd be okay. You wouldn't even know it. But for me, like every 3 hours, you're going to pull over to go to the bathroom anyway. So you go, you plug it in, go get some food or go to the bathroom or whatever and come back, and you're ready to go for another 3 hours.
That's good.
So I think that would be cool if I go to, the big test is if I drive it to Florida. And I want to drive it to Florida because I love driving and seeing when I'm relaxed and I listen to music and just go,
If your dad happens to pass away in the time that he's going to Florida, we'll hitch a ride with him. That way I don't have to fly.
Okay. That's like May, I think, May or somewhere around there. I don't care. I don't mind it. But, I really think it would be fun. You'll have to pay gas.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep, I'll pay for the gas going up and coming back.
But I'm thinking if I go down
I'm
there,
sorry, I had to.
I'm thinking if I go down there, I'll stop to see Rich Butler on the way down to South Carolina. And, I'm going to take my time. I might go a day early and come back a day later. So maybe we won't have a show that week. I don't know. But if you guys are here, you'll probably send me stories, and then when I come back on Monday, burn out, I'll just do it then.
Okay, it's about an hour and 40 minutes from Orlando to where his dad is.
Okay. Not that bad.
No.
But
Sure, my father would come get us.
not if he's sick.
That's true.
Well, there's my mother,
Your stepmother.
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 So,
Hopefully that won't be needed, but
Yeah,
if it comes down to it.
I mean, we're talking about
By the way, when I say pay for my gas, that means the gas for me too. So you got to buy me foods that are gassy.
well, I figured
I don't know why I got so much gas tonight.
I figured it would be meant you the gas, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
especially when you drive an electric car that doesn't get gas. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I just thought it was. I just think that it'll be awesome to take it on a trip like that. And we're going to probably go to the beach a couple times, and I just love that car. That car. I didn't think I'd like that car as much as I do, but I really do love that car.
I still have yet to have my first ride in it.
No, you haven't. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
No, Ashley got before I didn't. That just doesn't
I
sit well
guess
with
we
me.
know who likes me more than the other.
Excuse
Oh
you?
yeah, who's here and who's not?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Don't go there, Mike.
Exactly. You get your butt in trouble.
You know who is who.
Yes, I know.
So I know who I can count on if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Christine.
I knew he was going to say that.
So did I.
I knew he was going to say that.
Then you call her when your tire runs flat.
No one helped me last time. I had to do it myself. I had to get that car, get the car towed, and had to get a rental for free, and still made it. The nice thing about this band, oh, by the way, let's talk about this band. The nice thing about this band is not only do I not have to lead the band,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the leader of the band. That's awesome. They have their own PA, their own light show.
Nice.
They're going to book the shows. I'm going to get to just be a regular band person. All the bands I've ever been in, I've been the leader. I've never wanted to be the
You're going
leader.
to be able to handle that.
I've never
That's what I'm thinking.
I've never wanted to be the leader. I've always had it thrust upon me. And I'll talk about that next week. Next week I'm going to talk about, I have a special presentation for next week. I didn't get it done for this week. So next week we're going to talk about a special thing. And I'm going to ask you a question. You don't want to answer it yet.
Okay.
Am I an alpha male?
What the?
Okay. All right.
What, do you know? Do you not
No,
know
I
what-
don't know what that is. That's
Okay.
why I said
All
what
right.
the.
So an alpha male is a guy that
Always has to be in charge, have things his way, have a strong, dominant personality.
and so that the question
I
is,
know her answer will probably be different from mine because she knows you longer.
but I'm curious what you think about that, because you'll be surprised what my answer is going to be, and I'll have documentation for my answer. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, so it's interesting what the answer to that is, and you'll definitely be surprised. So I will not go any further than that. That's just a preview of next week.
Oh, now you're going to make my head hurt.
I'm trying. Doesn't take much.
No.
All right, next thing. There was another Tesla in the news. Do you remember a couple weeks ago a guy drove off Devil's Curve and
Yeah.
and got wrecked and his family all survived? Did
Yeah.
I tell you the follow-up on that?
No.
He was arrested for attempted murder.
Oh, jeez.
He tried to kill
Jesus.
them. He tried to kill them. Next time you want to try to kill your family, don't try it in a Tesla, because the first thing, that a lot of cars went off that cliff, and very few have lived to tell the tale. So this is an interesting story because they went through and they actually arrested him while he was in the hospital because there was proof that he was trying to kill his family.
Wow.
How?
Well, let me tell you. The man who police say deliberately drove his Tesla off the cliff with 3 other passengers have been charged with 3 counts of attempted murder, and all 4 occupants managed to survive the 250-foot plunge off a cliff. Dharmesh Patel is accused of driving his car off Highway 1 with explicit intention of killing a 41-year-old passenger, a 7-year-old passenger, and a 4-year-old passenger. Prosecutors have not said who the other 3 occupants were, but California Highway Patrol identified it as Patel's wife, daughter, and son, respectively. 2 of the 3 counts have enhancements for domestic violence, according to the documents. Now
Okay.
there's the vehicle. Now, I want you to know, believe it or not, that landed on its tires. That's how bad it was.
Well, what gets me is if he tried to kill them
Yes.
by going off a cliff
Yes.
and he was in the car, was he trying to kill himself
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Oh, dumbass.
Yes. So that car landed on its tires. Now, the one thing that I think is really cool, they've
They
done
should
all
have
these.
bounced.
No, they've done all these tests of, you know how you have to take the crash tests and everything?
Uh-huh.
That car, 9 times out of 10, will land on its tires because of the weight of the batteries. And once again, that saved their lives. So he thought he was in the clear because he thought he was going to die. And he's going to go to jail because of it. All 4 occupants were hospitalized with serious injuries. Rescuers initially hailed the family survival as a miracle after the Tesla sedan plummeted down a notorious cliffside over Pacific Coast Highway near an area called Devil's Slide that's known for fatal wrecks. Firefighters were forced to cut the family out of the wreckage. They used ropes to haul the children up the cliff in a rescue basket while the parents were hoisted by helicopter.
Wow.
It says Patel was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder 1 day after the crash while he was still hospitalized. Based on the evidence collected, investigators developed probable cause to believe this incident was an intentional act. Wow. Next time, use a Toyota Corolla. Or
Hey!
something.
No! I like my Corolla,
Well,
even
they're
though
not
it
gonna
has
take your Corolla. I just said use a Toyota Corolla.
almost 200,000 miles on it.
Really? Wow. How's it running?
Right?
See, Toyotas never die. That's the amazing part about it. That's one reason why I thought that when I got her a car, I got her a Toyota Prius, because I knew she was going to drive a lot, and that only had 67,000 miles on it.
Yep.
And she drives back and forth, and she loves that car. You see the new ones, the new Priuses? They redesigned the whole car. It's awesome. It's I would buy one of those. That's how cool it is. I don't want a gas car anymore, but if I were to buy a gas car, that would be the one I would buy. They really juiced the thing up. It's faster. It does 57 miles to the gallon,
Nice.
and it's sportier looking. We can look that up. Why don't we look up the 2023 Toyota Prius? I really like the new one. The design on it and everything looks really good.
I like any car I don't have to buy.
Oh,
It really looks like, I mean,
it's bigger.
yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
They
bigger
re-
than...
they redesigned it. It's really nice. It looks sportier. It doesn't look like the old one. They really actually,
okay.
it looks really
Wow.
nice. And Toyota don't want to get into the electric
My fat
market.
ass won't fit in that.
Yeah, will.
Yeah, will.
Yeah, will.
Okay.
I love my Prius. I weighed 60 pounds more than I do now. And
Your ass isn't fat.
Only you would know.
You would like, I mean, I really love that car. I love the old Priuses, and this new one's really sexy looking, I think.
Yeah, that definitely.
Like from the back, it may even look like a sports car from the back.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the old Priuses. And it's funny, when I got my first Prius, my brother used to tease me saying it looked like some kind of space car, but
Yep.
that looks really nice. And it actually, instead of a small Prius, this whole back says Prius on it.
Nice.
And it's really a sexy car. I like it. There you go. That's the new car. And if you get
Imagine that in sky blue. Or
And-
not sky blue, but the blue that I have.
And-
That's nice.
and that's the Prius Prime, so that's a plug-in. You can actually run it on.
Wow.
You can run it on electric for about 40 miles. I think that's what it was. I think it's what it's.
Oh, wow. I'm
So
looking at
it's gas and electric?
Yeah, it's a hybrid, but it's a
Oh.
plug-in hybrid. So it's not only a plug. It's not. In other words, you can drive on strictly electric for about 40 miles, or maybe more than that. I don't know what the new one does, but the old ones did like 40 miles. So yeah, it's really neat, and they're really not. It's not overpriced. It's reasonably priced. I wish it would tell me what the specs are on this, because I
this,
really liked it.
This site that I have here,
Yeah.
it has like the 360-degree views both outside and inside.
Okay. Does it say anything about the specs? I'm kind of curious as to whether or not it. Let's
But I'm
see.
like looking at the inside and holy shit.
Yeah, it's really built nice. I wonder if I can do this. 20, 23.
My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. Not that I didn't stand up about 50,000 times there to show.
Yeah, well, their watch isn't paying attention.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Reservoir blue.
Yeah.
Wait, here's the specs up here.
I'm looking at it right now. Here we go. Miles per gallon.
Let me see.
Let's see. I want to see how much, if it has it listed what the battery. Oh, and the prime. I should have said prime. I need the prime. I wonder if there is a, because the prime is now, it has, looks like it has LE, the XLE, and the limited.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I'm not sure if it's a limited. Which one's the more expensive?
The limited.
The limited? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just kind of curious as to whether it gets the mileage, whether it gets, doesn't say. It looks like
According to this, scroll down right there, the first line,
this.
the LE gets
Oh, there we
more
go.
mileage than the limited. 57, 56, 57, where
Oh, there it
the
is.
limited is 52
Oh,
across
that's a
the
limited.
board.
Okay. All right. That one has the.
For the electric?
The gas electric.
Oh, okay.
Because he's looking at the same site I am.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're only getting 56 miles to the gallon?
57.
And that's it?
57 to 56, yeah. For the LE versus 52 for the unlimited.
Miles per gallon, or are we talking miles
Yeah,
period?
Yeah.
Miles,
Miles per gallon.
yeah.
Okay, so you can, it's not like, I mean, how many gallons is the tank?
Usually 11
Okay.
for a smaller car. Here it is. How does the Prius Prime get 133 miles per gallon? And here it is. It says that it gets, the Prime is 54 combined with fully charged. Its battery will get a full tank. You'll see the difference. And so it doesn't tell me how many miles you get on. But it used to be like
Mine's not that bad, because,
used to be 40 miles of electric,
yeah.
and that 40 miles, most people drive 40 miles a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what the idea was, that you plug it in and you get 40 miles free. So, and after that, it kicks the engine in. That's if you have the Prime, where you have the battery. Now, if you get just a hybrid, you're going to get 52 or 57 or whatever that is. But to get the extra, the real value is being able to plug it in and get electric charge for 40 miles, whatever it is. It might be 75 with this, because
Right.
the old one was 40. So it could be more than that now.
Right.
So I would be interested in one of those if I were to buy another gas car. Oh, here we go. You get 25 miles. It says here the plug-in hybrid has an electric range of 25 miles and a total range of 594 miles. So so you get 25 miles free.
Free,
of
and then
electric.
you got to go 500 and something before you actually stop.
Well, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
And-
obviously you'd fill up gas. But
yeah, so that's the power of that car, is that you can actually, you
You got a
know.
wing.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I got, let's see if I can knock these last couple out. I know we're almost done. I know that you're done. So, let's see, we can, okay, this is a person that is they're suing a gas station because the attendant said, I don't serve black people.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let me think,
Talk about racist.
let me think, who's gonna win that?
I don't think anybody. Holy shit.
Just, like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people?
I don't serve black people. I'm sorry.
I don't understand. This is just insane. I don't serve black people, so you're gonna have to get your gas somewhere else. And this person, this apparently had gotten written up for other things, and they never fired him. So that's why.
Yeah, I bet he does now.
So now they're suing him for. It says here, the award they awarded the resident Rose Wakefield, 63. They awarded her $1 million in damages
Wow.
because she couldn't get gas. I mean, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
mean, I would have punched the guy in the head, but that's beside the point.
I would have called the owner or whatever right away and said,
She probably did.
Yeah, I know. Because she probably knew the owner.
This person here, Missouri cops, found a All right. What's going on? Why aren't you? Okay, come on. Cops find a missing man's body in a car after.
Hey, all right.
Wait a minute. After they towed it.
Oh,
So not only is he
Hey,
dead,
Let's just see what valuables we have in the car. Oh, a body. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not valuable.
or how about, boy, this car stinks. I don't understand
Yeah,
why
I
this car
know,
smells
yeah.
so bad. Oh, wait, there's a dead body in the car. We're still gonna impound the car.
okay. You guys are giving me goosebumps.
Yeah, why are we giving you goosebumps?
Let's
What's
see.
wrong with
Here's
that?
another one that's just as bad. So this husband, his wife went crazy and killed their 3 kids and then tried to commit suicide by jumping out the window. So the husband asked for forgiveness for his wife being charged for their deaths.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that headline. I thought, what?
If
An
my
idiot.
wife killed my kids, I'd take her out to dinner. I don't need kids. No, seriously though, if that's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you even consider forgiving your wife?
He must be just as goofy as she is. Oh, it's
I
a
don't
mental
know.
disease or defect.
Yeah, that's.
And I have one too. That's
just-
why I married her.
I just don't understand that. I mean, if my wife killed my kids, I would want her out of my life.
Yeah.
But he actually, Massachusetts man grieving for the loss of his 3 children, shared a heartbreaking tribute to them and message for forgiveness for his wife and who is charged in connection with their death. It says the 32-year-old allegedly attempted suicide on January 24th by jumping out of the window of the couple's house, and I guess she's still alive, but the kids are dead. So I can't fathom it. And then lastly, I thought I'd have a funny one for the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Tequila taking trio.
Tequila!
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. In Charlotte, they're arrested for stealing tequila. They stole $700 worth of tequila. And
Oh, Lord.
if I'm going to steal something from somebody, it's going to be worth a whole lot more than $700, and it's not going to be tequila. It's going to be something I can use or sell or something. But if you're that kind of criminal that you only, let's heist this place. They got a lot of tequila. Really,
Yeah, no.
I think you need a new career choice.
Unless they thought they were going to get rich.
Yeah.
Take it down to Mexico.
Yeah, but if you stole it, you're not going to get the value of it. You're
Oh,
gonna
I
get
know.
nothing. So, all right, that's a
Wow.
good one to end on. All
Yeah.
right, what do you think? Ready to quit?
Yep.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. All right, I thank you for listening and watching and all that stuff, and hope you enjoyed the show. This was fun for me because I got to talk about my friend Allie.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week. And the question of the week is, am I an alpha male? And the question will be answered next week by you and by him and by Ashley. Hopefully, if she listens. She probably didn't listen that far.
Well, I'll say something to her tomorrow.
But I want to know what you think, and then we will discuss whether or not I'm an alpha male, and I will make a presentation that will tell you what the answer is.
Okay.
So, all right, on that, we will go, and I will talk to you next week. And as always, remember, see you next week.